1 year ago, right about this time, we invited our buddy Brandon Taylor, former Tiger great, onto the show. We talked a little safety play, defensive back play, and as you might imagine, he was passionate and heated watching LSU go through what they went through as a secondary and as a defense in 2023. Well, there was marked improvement in 2024, but it's still not to the standard, so I figured let's have BT back and rap a little bit. Man, we always appreciate the time. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good, Matt. How's everything going on your end?
Awesome, man. I mean, 2 weeks away from football, and I'm 2 weeks away from LSU football. I mean, week 0 is next week, so I mean, it's here, man. I'm fired up for it. Man, let me just start with where you fall on what type of improvement you saw a year ago in that defense in year one under Blake Baker from 2023 to 2024.
The biggest key I've seen as far as improvement on that defense was communication. You didn't see guys throwing their hands up in the air, talking to each other in the middle of a play, or pointing fingers at the end of a play. Yeah, we were in the right places at the right times, but we wasn't executing and making the play as far as tackles or making the 50-50 play on jump balls or just making an interception on things. You just got to learn to execute at the end of the play and play the play to the fullest.
There's two parts there. I want to talk about both. First, to what or whom do you attribute the better communication? Like, why did they improve in that area, do you think?
I think that it was Blake Baker and a lot of Corey Raymond, because both of those coaches are big on communication. And knowing Corey Raymond, he's a technician to the T. Like, he's big on communication, pre-snap reads. If a DB and a safety got combo calls, like being over-exaggerant with your calls and everything. And Blake Baker, he's just a magician as a defensive coordinator. So you mix those two things together, you'll get guys in the right place at the right time. They just got to make the plays when they get there.
Brandon, I'll come back to making the plays when they get there in a second. What do you like about Blake Baker?
I like it because he brings the energy to him. He brings the energy to the defense. He's not calling anybody out specifically by name or anything or pointing fingers. Everybody's being held accountable on their defense, and he's changing. He knows how to change with the times of the game as far as year in and year out and while the game is going on, and that's what you need in today's football.
Former Tiger great Brandon Taylor is hanging out with us. So the other part you said, aside from the communication, was the ability to execute when they got near to make a play. Man, it was not good last year. I mean, the safety spot was a glaring weakness. How much, Brandon, how much of that do you think is effort? How much of that is just like God-given ability? If you could make that make sense for us here.
To me, and just being this experience-wise, just being in that situation live in effect and living it and actually doing it at a high level, as far as the communication-wise, I think that's, and knowing where somebody's supposed to be, I think that's 25-75. 25% the coach to teach you, 75% of the player to learn, actually study, and communicate and apply it on the field. But executing the play when you get there, I think that's an 80-20. A coach, like with Coach Miles, he took full control of that. We hit every day in practice to the point where the game was easy when it came to being physical and executing when you got to a point to where you got to that play. But with me, a coach don't have pads on. He got a clipboard and a headset, and all he is a communicator and a director. The person with the pads on, execution-wise, that's 100% you. I put all blame on players, not because I'm just watching the game, because, no, I went out there and done it. Have I made every tackle? No. But I took accountability and went back, watched the film, and made it a point to touch the man with the ball. Even when we're not tackling at practice, just to fit him up and touch him, run across the field, just giving effort. Like, that's 100% on the player, and I die on that hill.
He's Brandon Taylor. I'm glad you went to physicality. So we've talked about this a bunch, Brandon. I mean, you played for Les in an era where start practice with big cat drill, and man, he would try to grind y'all into dust when you could do two-a-days and all that sort of stuff. You can't do it anymore, Brandon. I mean, they limit the number of full padded practice. They limit the number of full contact practices that they can have. You can't do 2-a-days anymore. I mean, how much does that? I mean, clearly it affects the game, Brandon, but how much and in what ways do you think that affects the product we see on Saturdays?
Man, that's a pretty tricky question because I know some days we was out there hitting that I wish I could have a unpadded practice and just fit people up. But it kind of it's a tricky situation. Like you don't want to have too many days where you just fitting up and everything, but you want to have plays because you want to see what you got. You got to see who's your aggressors on defense and who can communicate the play and finish it out. You can have a good communicator. I know a bunch of good communicators that can line the defense up and everything, but they were scared to hit when time came to be. And you got people that can go out there and lay the hat, but they don't know where they're going and where they need to be at. So you got to find that silver lining in that, and that's where that practice comes in to where you mold that player to where you want him to be at as far as the communication and mixing the physicality in it. But as far as with those guys, I mean, they should be fresh as hell on Saturdays. They should be out there ready to lay some wood. There's no excuse at that point. It's really no excuse.
Brandon, what do you make of this year's safety group?
I think this year's safety group I think they went and got what's going to fit a Blake Baker defense and as far as a physicality-wise of what safety used to be. Bigger body guys that can run, that can move, and that's done it on a high level as far as communicating-wise and finishing plays, as far as interceptions, tackles, and everything like that. And you're going to get veteran guys who's learned the playbook before, earned a starting position, done it on the field, and now they got to do it again. This is just a repeat button for them. And I think that them coming into the SEC, they got something that they want to prove.
So I want to ask specifically about AJ Haulcy, who we've been out there. Brandon, I don't know how much practice you've been able to see, but is a guy who was not here in the spring, right? I mean, he was a spring addition, so he's just 2 weeks into practicing with LSU, and you go out there and you're like, oh, 13's the new guy from Houston. I mean, you can just tell. Like, he's physical, he knows where to be, he's all over the field making plays. And I would attribute that, Brandon, to the fact that he's played in 36 games with 33 starts. He has played a ton. But if I asked you, like, makes sense for me that experience curve when you physically can do it, but you've played 36 collegiate games. Like, how much better does that? Obviously, experience matters, but like, in what ways? How much does that make you better?
It's just like a kid just growing up. When that baby fat fall off of them, and you see how energetic and how they move around and everything like that, it's when you got a veteran guy like that that's played a lot of football, there's a limited amount of hesitation in him as far as reacting to plays and everything like that. All he has to do is learn the playbook. The instincts that's fine-tuned. That's sharp as a knife because he's done it. He's been there and he's seen it at a high level and for a substantial amount of games. He's just going to be in a bigger arena doing it.
How do you feel about LSU playing the opener against?
And you got to think. Think, Matt. The receivers he going against in practice, he's at a track meet every single day. So ain't no the speed is different, this and that. He's seeing the speed right now. He's actually seeing the fastest of the fast in the SEC.
What do you think about? How do you feel about playing an opener at Clemson?
Man, I'm kind of jealous. I mean, Dallas playing against Oregon was nice, but I mean, to go to a team that has the same name as you, the same mascot, Dabo Swinney, they won national championship. You beat them in the national championship in 2019. What more can you ask for? This is a young boy that grew up in the South, particularly Louisiana. That's a dream come true. That's what you want. You lose sleep at night for games like this. Like you can't ask for nothing better than this.
Pretty easy to see why you wore number 18, man. A lot of dudes will line up and go to battle behind you any day, man. Who do you think is going to wear 18? Do you know, by the way?
I can't tell you that, Matt. You
Well,
on the radio.
But do you know? Do you know? You don't have to tell me, but do you know?
No, we still haven't made a decision yet. We still checking out everything. I mean, it's just one of them things where you're not a biased person in this type of situation. Like, you look at every player and you judge them basically the same way and base the same guidelines and everything. And you want to make that right decision of who you put that stamp on as 18.
All right, do you think that do you like that there's one on offense and one on defense, or should it just be one guy?
It should be just one guy.
All right. Who should it be?
When you get in your vehicle, is it two people with their hands on the steering wheel?
No. I'm with you.
Then.
Should be one. I'm with you. I don't disagree with you, but I didn't wear 18. I don't get a vote. Nobody asked my opinion. I'm asking you. I'm asking your opinion.
Oh, yeah. I think it should just be one guy.
All right, who should it be?
I can't tell you that, Matt.
I just want your opinion. I'm not saying who is it going to be. I'm saying, like, if all the 18s got together and you got to vote and you had to write somebody's name on a piece of paper and put it in the hat, who you voting for?
Put it like this. If it's solely on me, it's going to be a lot of similarities in a person that I would pick. I got to play with two of my brothers at LSU my freshman year. And I wore 18.
Okay.
So that's a little trivia for you. Who else got two brothers out there?
Well, there's 3 players that have 2 brothers.
Oh.
So
ones that you think should wear 18.
Well, there's 2 of them, but maybe just one of the 2?
Yeah, one of the 2.
The older one or the younger one?
Oh, damn, show the younger one. That's like a hungry there. Hey, that's a bad man. That's somebody that could put his hands on the steering wheel while BT got his on him.
Let's go, man. I love it, dude. Dude, Whit is a guy, man. I mean, you realize, Brandon, he had more tackles last year than Devin White did in his Butkus season.
He's a magnet.
How about
He's
that?
a workaholic.
I know, man. All right, we got Brandon. I got you to vote. I knew I was going to get it out of you. I knew we were going to get there. We were going to get there eventually, BT. It was going to happen. Hey, man, always fun to talk. Appreciate a couple minutes of your time today, man. All the best, all right?
All right, Matt, anytime. You have a good one.
All right, man. Be well. That's Brandon Taylor, former number 18. I mean, dude was a strong safety on greatest defense I ever saw, 2011. And Mike Detillier used to always call him the chirper. He was the guy that would talk. He was the traffic cop. He was the guy keeping that defense, everybody in line. Man, they were awesome. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.